Hello everyone, welcome to Hinks on Fire YouTube channel thing, I guess. Today we are going to smoke some St. Louis style ribs, the 3-2-1 method. Now, I've went down the rabbit hole many times with all different kinds of meats that you can smoke and do this and do that. And I probably watched, 30 YouTube videos just on this. So today I'm going to combine them all and we'll go from there, and I'll give you some tips and what I think you should do instead. So today we're smoking them. Got a Pit Boss, right, Lens? Pit Boss smoker? Yeah. And we're going to use hickory pellets. Okay. So these are from Costco. This was 37 bucks. It's 10 pounds. When they come, they always come in packages of 3. So some of them actually are trimmed pretty good. Some are not. We're going to take a look at it. Also, on the back of them, they have a skin. These might not, depends on where you get them from. Let's see here. All right. Oh, it's so gross. It also says in some of the YouTube videos that you should take them and you should run them under water, get rid of any kind of gook that's on there. But I've never done that, and I've only seen that done in a few of the videos that I watch, so I'm not really worried about it. Here, come closer. My daughter Violet, she's the one recording this for me. So what you want to do, what you want to look at, there's any kind of membrane back here, and there is. So you're kind of picking that apart a little bit. Get in there, see that? See here. What you gotta do is pull this gross membrane out. You gotta get a little bit of it. There we go. You see that coming up? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this to all 3, and we will be back and we'll discuss trimming. Okay, so we're back. So here's all the skin that you peel off the back. It comes from this section right here. Okay, so I got all 3 of it off. Now what you want to do is you want to make these look pretty, I guess you would say, and you want to square them off. So like this extra stuff right here, all right, got some over here too. What you want to do is you want to cut that off and square it, because all you're going to do is you're going to dry this out and it's going to burn and it's not going to taste good. And also some of them will have, like, see this flap right here, you want to get rid of that. Some of them will have a really big flap, and some people will save it and they will put it in stew, or they will just cook it up while this is cooking in a separate area, and it'll cook a lot faster, and they'll just kind of have snacks with it, I guess you would say, or use it as a snack while they're cooking. So that's all off. So right here, you got a really small bone compared to the big fat bones, okay? This little tiny guy right there. So you take them, you go right, you're gonna find the next bone. You use a sharp knife, and you gotta use the biggest one that you got too, just because it's awesome. Square that off. And like this right here, see how this is real skinny, stuff like that? Just take that. I'm gonna cut that off too. There we go, got that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this to all 3 of them. Now, my daughter actually had to look it up. People wonder what this red stuff is. Some people might have questions like, oh, is that blood? Or whatever it is. No, it is actually a water and protein mix. And what it does, it keeps the oxygen and everything for packaging in the meat. And what's it called? Myoglobin?
Myoglobin.
Myoglobin. That's what it is. So it's not blood. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get these all squared up, looking nice and pretty on both sides, and then we'll be back. Okay, now we're back. So I got these all squared up, trimmed up. This is all just the extra stuff that you don't want on there when you're smoking because it's real thin and it'll just burn up real quickly. So now we're gonna take these, I'm gonna pat these dry, both sides. Now, some people, they use a binder. Some people, they don't. I like using binders for all the spices. I use regular mustard. You can use soy sauce. You can use honey. You can use all different kinds of stuff. Regular mustard. So, and today for spices, this is all stuff you can buy from the local grocery store. This is the Heath Rowell's Sweet Barbecue. This is really good, the Jack Daniel's pork rub. And the sweet and smoky rub. So we're gonna use three different spices, one for each, and we'll have the family decide what they want or what they like the best. There we go. Now I have not fired up the smoker yet, because what you want to do is when you get this all on there and you get the spices on there, yeah, you gotta get all in there. When you get the spices on there, you want to let it sit probably about a half an hour. And what it's going to do is the meat is actually going to kind of soak in the spices. I'm going to have to clean all these. We got the gook all over. All right, there we go. Now make sure you guys use a rub. Don't just use regular spices, because otherwise it'll be overwhelming. There we go. That's kind of what you want it to look like. Just pat it in there. So that's that one. The Jack Daniel's one. Sweet and smoky rub. Now remember, we're going to be cooking this low and slow, so make sure you add enough spices and everything. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, and we'll come back. Okay, now it's time to fire up the Pit Boss. Okay, this is just a regular smoker, and what I'm going to use is I'm using hickory pellets. You can use all different kinds, but if you want like a really good smoke flavor, hickory is normally really good. It works great on ham, it works great on brisket, it works great on a lot of stuff. And we're also going to use a smoke tube, and I'll show you how to light that later. But if you can come in closer. So on every smoke that you do when you are done, well, before you smoke again, I guess you would say, so you want to take this off. Got this right here. Take that off. And that. See all that stuff down there? That's just like extra sawdust and stuff. This is what, if you ever see the videos where you see, you know, my smoker caught on fire, stuff like that. So I always take the DeWalt vacuum and I just vacuum all this out, and especially like in here. See all that? You want to get rid of all that. It's okay, we'll be back. Okay, so we fired up the smoker. Now all this white smoke that you see right here, this is why you want to keep the lid open, okay? Because also I've seen smokers actually explode because the lid's closed, blah, blah, blah. But as you can tell right now, if you look down in here, this is what you want to get before you close it. You want to get that nice, clean burn, okay? As it's doing that, I'm also going to put this on here because we're going to use the smoke tube. Now, this is a smoke tube. You buy They come in a pack of 2. It was like $11 on Amazon. So we have our smoker set to 230. Some videos say, oh, you do it at 180. Some are 200. Some are 250. Well, we're gonna just do it right in the middle at 230. Also, make sure this is always open all the way too. The reason why I put aluminum foil down on this is when we put the smoke tube on, it's gonna sit on there sideways, and you don't want the ashes falling into your ribs. So, best way to light it. And what you want to do, what you want to look for is, once it actually lights on fire, you want to let it burn for about 5 minutes. And it'll be nice and red, like you get the, right here. That's what you want to see. And once that gets going, I'm gonna let this go for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna blow it out, set it to the side, or set it on its side, and then we'll put the ribs in. So as we're getting our smoker up to temp, I noticed that not really getting a whole lot of smoke out right now, and I think I know the reason why. I don't think that there's getting adequate airflow through here as it sits, because this thing should be definitely puffing a lot more. So I'm actually gonna relight this better, take this off. See, the reason why I put it on there is because I'm doing 3 slabs. But right here, right there, you got a sensor. It's your heat sensor, okay? So I'm just gonna take this, relight it, do the whole 5-minute thing again, get it smoking really good. So I'm gonna put it off to the back. Give that a shot. Okay, so right now we got our smoker, it's fired up, it's purring good at 230. So when we put this in, okay, so remember we put everything on, we let it sit, and you see how it's not really dry anymore, it's all kind of moist. It's kind of sucking in all the spices. And now, see how it's all smoking and everything? That's what we want. Yeah, smoke. So when I put these in, I'm gonna put the fattest part's gonna go on this side where the cap is, because this is supposed to be the hottest part of the smoker. And we're gonna spritz it once an hour. You don't have to spritz it, but we'll see what kind of bark it forms, stuff like that. And I use apple cider vinegar and water, just 50-50. So we're gonna put that on and be back in 3 hours. Okay, so we are at about the 1 hour mark, and what we're gonna look for, we're gonna see, so when we open it up, here, let's do it. Oh, by the way, this is half apple cider vinegar, half water. That's if, some people don't spritz, I do. I don't know why. Okay, so see how it comes off like that? You don't need to spritz it. See? There you go. So 3 different ones. I'll close this back up. You want to wait for it to be drier, I guess you would say, and it won't come off, so it'll create like a bark. So we don't need this yet. So I'll come back in another hour and we'll go from there. Might not have to do it at all. All right, so this is hour 2. I want to take a gander at it. Ooh. There you go. See how the seasoning doesn't come up anymore? That one does a little bit. That one doesn't need it, definitely. So this one we're just gonna spritz. I mean by spritz, just a little, that's it. That's all we're gonna do. Okay, all right. And we'll be back in an hour and then we'll wrap them. Okay, it's been 3 hours. Took the ribs off. They smell delicious. So I had this set up before I pulled them off. The reason why is now we're gonna wrap them, but you also wanna keep all the heat that you can. You wanna keep these hot. So what you do, hi honey. You put butter on the bottom, some brown sugar, and then you put honey on it. Now when you put these on, you put these meat side down. Ooh, hot. Ooh, they look good. Okay. Now, a little bit more butter. Right there. I've never done this before, but they look good. Right there. Now, when you wrap them, you're gonna wrap them tight. There. There. There we go. Look at that. And I'll take this off real quick. A little bit more brown sugar.
Can you use any brown sugar?
I think there's only one kind of brown sugar, right? Right?
Yeah.
Is there?
I don't know.
Is there a different kind? Oh.
I think so. I think there was a brick kind, or just like.
Well, if you have hard brown sugar, it's because it's dried out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you use unsweetened honey, or does it have to be sweet honey?
I think it's only one kind of honey.
I think there's different kinds of honey.
Think so?
Yeah.
Oh, also it said for some reason, I don't know, but it says that when you wrap them, you're supposed to wrap, well, you're supposed to wrap them tight, obviously, but you want the shiny part of the aluminum foil on the outside. Like, so, see how this is dull, that's shiny? You want to wrap them that way. I don't know why. Now, what you can also do is some people will take apple juice or beer or whatever, and they'll put it on it or in the bottom of it before you wrap it.
Yeah.
But according to all the YouTube videos, you can do that, but I've been told that it'll make it mushy.
So when you first started smoking, and so now, is there any tips that you wish you would have known before you made something?
Yeah, if you're gonna do brisket or you're gonna do a smoked ham or whatever, 250. Leave it at 250, but there'll be another video hopefully.
Okay.
Okay, now, when you put these on the grill, obviously, so it's the fatty meat part is now down. And that's how you're gonna put it back on the grill. And that's it. Okay, so it's been 2 hours. Remember when we first started out, we did 3 hours, meat side up. Now, after 3 hours, we put it in the tin foil and we put the butter and the honey and the brown sugar on, and we put it upside down for 2 hours. So now what we're gonna do, we still got 1 more hour to go because we're doing 3, 2, 1. Let's see how one of them looks here. Smells good. Ooh. Okay.
Now what is the 3, 2, 1 rule?
Well, 3 hours of open smoke, 2 hours where it's like this, and then 1 more hour, and then we're gonna cook it until it hits 200 degrees. Take this. Ooh. Hot, 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 hot. Where is my tongs? There. Hot. Wow. Okay, so, but also, what I also saw in another YouTube video is you take some of this stuff right here. So, got that, and you add it to your barbecue. Let's give it a shot. This is gonna make a big fucking mess here. I know it. Oh shit. Okay, probably need to add a little bit more barbecue. That's fine. All right, now we're gonna mix it. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna baste this on both sides. I'm gonna do this side first, and then when I go put it back on the grill, I'm gonna do the top side of it, and then it's going to go for another hour or until we hit 200 degrees. They smell good though. Okay, so we did a 3-2-1 method, right? It's 3 hours of cooking with smoke, and then 2 hours where it's wrapped up in tinfoil, but now the meaty side is down. We put all the drizzle sauce on and everything else. So, right, all these different things that I've read and all these different YouTube channels and blah, blah, blah. So, we originally set it at what, 2:30, right, Violet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2:30, right? Well, we did the hour, okay, and it wasn't coming up the temp. Right now they're at temp, right now they are at temp, and we're between 198 to 203, okay? But it went an hour and a half, actually. And I had to change it from 2:30 to 2:70. Why? Because people are hungry. But let's take a look at them. They look absolutely beautiful. Now, if you look, it's all caramelized. That's what we wanted to go for with the barbecue sauce on. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take them inside, take them off the grill, take them inside. We're gonna let them sit for about 10 to 15 minutes to let the juices redistribute. You don't have to, but I like to because I just do it. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be the last video for the St. Louis 321 ribs. Fun fact, today is my birthday. I turned 42. Since I started doing this, not only did I take a shower, this is why I'm wearing a different shirt, and I look beautiful. I also went to the DMV and renewed my driver's license, so that was fun. But, so, we're done, okay? So it rested for about 9 minutes, but I want you guys to look. You see how it pulled away? Okay, that's kind of what we're looking for. It doesn't have to pull away a lot, but these are done. And it smells absolutely delicious. Now, I know I used 3 different rubs, right? These rubs right here, okay? I don't remember which one was which, so it's gonna be kind of interesting how that pans out. I use Sweet Baby Ray's. You can actually use any kind of barbecue that you want. But that little trick that I saw where you actually pour like some of the juices in and mix it up, I tasted it a little bit just on my finger, and it was phenomenal. And the honey, right? The mustard for the binder. You don't have to use a binder. I like using a binder though. But and also the butter. Okay. So let's just cut one open. So just okay, there's that. Ooh, it's hot still. Okay. The bone curved. I'm an idiot. Oh, look at that. You see that? You see that right there? That's the smoke ring right there. Oh, look at that. It's just, oh, it's beautiful.
Hi, guys.
Oh. Hi, honey. That's my wife. Look at the, see the smoke ring? Oh, yeah. That is good. That is very good. What? It's my birthday. So my wife was, well, as I'm making this video, my wife was outside and she's staying the deck because I don't know how to paint, but I know how to make a good rib now. Thank you for viewing. Hey, up here. Thank you for viewing this makeshift YouTube channel thing.
What?